On January 1st, 2022, I made a promise to myself. I would go from not knowing anything about Blender to making an awesome original 3D character within 7 days. That was 16 days ago. 18 actually, I'm not sure why I lied there. This year's off to a fairly irresponsible start, but there's no better time to start than today. So first thing first, I made a new Instagram account called Art with King. I figured if I was going to go from zero to hero, I'll need to know exactly what kind of character I'm looking to make. So I followed a bunch of artists and basically saved their work so I can steal from them later. I do this until I begin to see a pattern of how things are done by the pros. Who are these people that are following me? Who would follow an empty account? Anyway, basically what I've started to realize is that there are basically 4 groups of different character designs. The super simple, the super stylized, the semi-realistic, and the super realistic. In order to maximize my time, I'm going to focus on the super simple. I'm hoping that would make my learning curve for modeling quicker, and I'll be able to spend time learning to do sweet lighting and rendering things to make it look super slick. So with that in mind, I found a bunch of tutorials that promises to show me how to do just that. Okay, so even though these tutorials are supposed to be beginner level, I find myself rewinding and rewatching things over and over again, and I'm wasting a lot of time. So I think I need something a little bit more foundational.
Donut, of course.
So, of all the Blender tutorials out there, this seems like the most popular one for learning the basics, but looking at the length of this series, it's not gonna work for me. And after digging around some, I came across this tutorial, which seemed to promise the same thing but with characters and a shorter time. Well, it could still be shorter, but I went ahead anyway. So this turned out to be pretty good. He gives you digestible chunks to actually go and do them, so you never have to keep rewinding and forwarding, so that's pretty awesome. It was a great way to learn how to navigate, move things around, materials, shaders, lighting, rendering. Highly recommended. So after receiving my foundation training, I went back to those beginner tutorials, and this time it was a blast. This time when the artists say that they're doing something, I'm not spending 5 minutes rewinding and trying to figure out exactly what they mean. As I went through them one by one, I was also again able to see the general patterns of how things are done. I even began to see and compare between the different methods and see how one might be better than the other. Okay, so I procrastinated pretty hard on this, and instead of working in Blender, I ended up just doing character design research and looking at a bunch of things and didn't do anything in Blender at all. But today, let's rewind the clock and let's go back to our figurative day 6 and let's continue on our 7-day quest. So I totally forgot to screen capture this, but I got to work on the character. And since it was Chinese New Year recently, I wanted to make something tiger related. He is kind of unofficially inspired by my unborn child, who'll be born in April, who doesn't have a name yet, so let's just call this guy Tiger Chan. I hope that's not weird. After getting the reference images down, the little beans started to get into shape. So the interesting thing is, modeling 99% of the time is just extruding, scaling, and rotating, and moving. I'm doing that for the main body, and doing the same for the smaller details like the eyes with a single vertex. And I'm not sure why I'm fond of using donuts for lips, but they're kind of cool. After the modeling's done, I started playing around with some colors, gave the skin some subsurface scattering, gave different materials different levels of reflectivity. Then I came up with the genius idea of not only making the glow's cheeks 3D, it will also glow like a pair of headlights. After 2 days of hard work and then setting some lights and compositing, I present you... Babe? Babe? Hey babe, check it out.
What is it?
You know what it is. Not bad for a week of learning, eh? I know that it wasn't done within a week, but figuratively at least, it was kind of done over 7 days. Anyway, I'm super stoked that I followed through on an idea that I had on my mind for a while, and if you're looking to get started in creating characters and modeling as well, what's stopping you? And subscribe for more videos coming soon. I'm planning to share more of what I'm learning along the way. Be blessed, and I'll see you later. Bye.